What's going on, everyone? Long time no see. It's been about a week since I've put a video out. So I'm putting this video out. I don't think there's going to be much going on. Pretty much just kind of chatting, catching up, and just touching base. I'm on the 28 Ranger. Haven't played him that much, even longer. I haven't played him in a couple of weeks, actually. So I'm over here on Sister's Island. Kind of just going around doing whatever. I went over to see if the gargoyles were still dark blue to me. Just to see. Just something easy to grind and kind of just shoot the shit. But there's a couple people over there. I did try to get a group on either the Ranger or the Wizard in Unrest, but I didn't get picked up. And I also tried Mistmore with no luck. But that's okay. So I went over to the gargoyles after I tried to get those two groups. And I was over there on the Wizard, actually. And I was like just promoting for both of my characters. But then I logged the Wizard out, ended up logging the Wizard out in Unrest. And jumped on the Ranger to come over here. I stopped by the Gargoyle Island on the Wizard on my way to go check the instances out. Or the dungeons out, whoops. And they were, it was open. So I decided to take the Ranger there just to see if they were still dark blue. Just something real easy to grind. I don't have my breastplate on anymore. The Rubicite breastplate, I let the mage borrow that on his paladin. So I'm just sporting a brigandine tunic, which is crippling me a little bit. But I figured I'd be doing groups on this guy mostly now. But here we are, not in a group. So we're going to kill some of my own kind. Somebody's camping Sisters. There's a enchanter over there. They gave me haste and clarity a while ago. These mobs mess me up pretty bad. But that's okay. This will be a real short video, probably, since I don't really have like a goal or a subject. I don't think I'm gonna get a level, so we're just gonna, like I said, touch base and kind of. I just haven't been on YouTube in a while, so I wanted to just say what's up and actually get going here. I haven't played in like a week. What should we do here? See if I can do some damage to her with kiting. We got a guy fishing over here. Look at him with his fishing pole. I did play a little bit on the Wizard. I went to this Goblin Island right across the way on the Wizard, and duoed with Throbbit a little bit on his Rogue. But other than that, that was really about it. I'll nuke her down a little bit. Or I'll try to. Oh yeah, these Sisters are really strong for me. My my soloing days are dwindling. Of course, I can put a lot more effort into it and kite them around and do this and that, but it's not too worth it right now. I can go to Kazakh Thule and do the Gators. I think that's soon. I think maybe once I get 30 and get my new spells, I'm gonna go try that out. But not today. But there is one with a sword on the inside of the building. Anyways, so I haven't played in a week because I had some real life tragedy stuff going on, and so I had to deal with that. And then at the same time, my job has been like wild. I think I've talked about it a little bit, where like I I don't know, you know, there was like the merger and the corporate takeover and all this stuff, and then they made a round of layoffs. Last Friday, and then I had put out a video like right after that, and then they made another round of layoffs, and I missed both rounds. Like, I mean, I wasn't laid off. I shouldn't be laid off. I'm a really good employee, for sure, and I'm good at my job, and I've been with the company for 9 years. But you know how it is with like a corporate takeover. They don't know me. You know, I haven't been with that corporation for 9 years. I've been with the company they bought for 9 years. So they don't know me. They don't know me. They don't owe me anything, so on and so forth, right? So I'm just a statistic to them. And you know how corporations are too. Like, it's not even like, it's at some point, it's not whether you, I got a med here a little bit. It's not whether you produce. Sometimes they're just like, hey, this guy's been here a long time and he makes a good amount of money. And, you know, he's got a better deal on benefits, and his, you know, the PTO he accrues is at its highest point because he's been here for so long or whatever like that. Sometimes they just get rid of you for that reason, you know? They're just like, why have this guy who makes a good amount of money and costs us more in benefits and paid time off when we can have, I don't know, somebody fresh out of school or something, and pay them far less, right? That's how corporations think, instead of the little mom and pop place who values quality over quantity, or over dog shit. But, you know, it is what it is. So anyways, I avoided it, right? I do know them a little bit. I know some of the management at the pharmacy I'm at now. I've worked with them before at a previous pharmacy about 10 years ago, right before I joined the other pharmacy. Both of our pharmacies got bought, and then they merged us together, and they kept the management of the other pharmacy, not my pharmacy. So anyway, so I know them a little bit. How much say do they have in things? I don't know. Also, it's pretty cutthroat. Anyways, so I've been dealing with all of that. So a little bit of tragedy in my own life, plus a little bit of stress with work, plus I only had 1 day off, like in the last week. Even though they're doing layoffs, they're like working the people who they aren't laying off extra hard, which is, you know, normal. So, you know, since, man, I mean, Jesus, it's been like 9 months that I've been talking to you guys about how my work has just been doing like mad overtime. And then as soon as we got caught up, you know, they cut the overtime, and then like 2 weeks later, they're like, okay, layoffs. And then a week later, more layoffs. And it's just like, I just don't understand corporations. I'm sure you guys have dealt with some of the same shit in different fields and whatnot. It's bananas. It makes no sense. Well, it's all about the money, right? All right. Well, anyways, enough about that. But I just kind of wanted to explain myself why I haven't been around for about a week. I've been silent. And I've only played the game like one time that whole time. I've logged in and like sat in the tunnel and kind of chatted with people here and there, but I haven't actually played besides that one time with Throbbit the other day. But I'm trying to get back into things. One of my sources, I'm gonna pacify. What happened to my spells? I got rid of them somehow. There we go. What is pacify? Or harmony. Okay. Well, we'll just click it because I'm going to have to spam it. Yeah, I need to work on that skill. Okay. And I'm going to need my old J-boots. So we're going to pull out the one that has the sword. And we'll fight her over here. So we could at least get a little money out of this. Now, I'm not going to farm them too much. I'm indifferent with them at this point. I killed one, and it put me down to indifferent. But you can just turn in muffins in Freeport and repair your faction. It's super easy and very cheap. Just a little time consuming. But you can do it while you watch sports or something. That's another thing. Is the NBA playoffs started. And I'm a massive lifelong NBA fan. It's my favorite. Basketball is my favorite sport, and I play it in real life and everything. It's been a couple of years actually. I'm getting old, but I've played it my whole life. So that's important to me, and so I'm spending a lot of time, especially early in the playoffs when all of the teams are still in. There's a lot of games. So for the next like week or two, I'm gonna spend a lot of my spare time watching basketball. But then, you know, as teams get kicked out of the playoffs, there becomes less and less games, and I won't be spending so much time doing that. But there's just a lot going on right now, so we're a little slow on the EverQuesting. But that's okay. This one is a lot easier than that last one. That last one was tough. This one, I'm taking it to her, which is interesting too because I should probably snare. It's because this one has the sword, the valuables. Oh, that one spawned up back already. So we'll just kill these two. So I'm still getting 2 mobs at a time. I'm just only getting 1 sword instead of the 2 swords that the homie over here is getting, which is fine. We're just, like I said, we're just here to kind of shoot the shit a little bit. Have a real short video here. Another thing that happened. It happened before I took a week break, but it's been probably a couple weeks now. That the TLP rule set's been out, but we haven't talked about it. I said I was gonna get some popcorn and go over the forums. I took one look at the forums the day that the news came out, and I was overwhelmed. I couldn't, like, I just started like looking at them, like, okay, let's see like how the juice is, you know, let's see what's going on here, and you know, and like within a couple hours, it was already like 20 pages deep, and that was one post, and then there was like 50 posts about things, and I was just like, all right, this is too much. Like, I don't even know where to start. So they're coming out with 2. I'm sure you know by now, but a lot of you probably aren't that interested in TLP, so maybe you don't. I'm not playing there, I'll say that up front. But they're coming out with 2 servers. One of them's going to be, what do they call it? Finny clone. So it's going to be like Mangler, Finny, Aradune, I think Yellonak. It's going to be like that. It's a pretty normal server. Normal XP rates for what TLP XP rates are. You know, faster than this, of course, but for them, it's normal. And then normal unlocking. So each expansion is like 3 months, I think. But I was wrong. I have to say it. I have to admit it. I was wrong for sure. Now, I thought we better get her while I got like 1 minute on augmentation. I thought there was no way in hell that they would start in Kunark. And I preached it. I was like, there's no way. Everybody's wrong. There's no way they'll start in Kunark. They're starting in Kunark. It's blowing me away. I just thought they were too cheap of a company. And they were like hurting too bad of a company that they needed whatever influx of money that they get when Kunark launches and everybody race changes to Ixars. Not everybody, but all the monks, all the necros, and all the shamans. I've seen it before. I've played on TLPs before, and I've seen it before. That's what almost like 90% of necros, monks, and shamans. Why is this one so hard? Like, I'm pretty sure she's the same level as that other one, but this one's a beast. I gotta get her down here. I'll just keep nuking her so that she'll run before she gets me too low. So yeah, they're starting in Kunark. So one server is like regular rule set outside of starting in Kunark, and then the other server is the Mischief rule set, which everybody's head over heels for. So basically random loot and everything is tradable, pretty much. So the random loot being if you kill a named mob within a level range, it can drop anything that any named mob within that level range, which gets rid of poop. It's one way to get rid of poop socking, but there's already pick zones. So poop socking there's pick zones, and then also if you were to trigger if you use the AOC to get a raid zone, like your personal raid zone or whatever, your personal pick, those mobs are up in those zones as well. So poop socking is not like that real of a thing on TLPs to begin with, but I don't know. People just want to find the easiest mob within a level range, and then farm that, solo that, and try to get some loot. I don't like it because then there's no target farming. Like if you know you want an FBSS, you know where to go and where to kill it. Then some will argue, well, if you go there, it's going to be camped by some necro, on this server at least, which is true. Or a group, probably a group. But when there's picks, there's like literally 15 different instances of lower guck on a TLP. So you have 15 different chances at finding the mob open. Plus you're like way stronger. Like, you know, classes are way stronger and gear is way easier, and people buy potions, you know, all kinds of you can buy a potion of undead invisibility or versus undead. You could buy a sow pot, you can buy whatever, regen pots, you know. So I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like random loot is that great, but again, I'm playing here on Quarm with most of you, and we also enjoy like Project 1999. So it's two different crowds, to each their own, of course. It's good to have options. If you know, you don't want people playing on your server if they don't want to be there, if they don't like it, they're just playing there because it's the only choice. That's never good. But it's very, very popular. Mischief was crazy popular, and now this is basically a Mischief clone. So everybody that's still on Mischief will probably mosey on over. And then on top of that, it's going to draw in a bunch of people I've seen in the forums and in the chat. A bunch of people who missed their opportunity to play on Mischief are going to jump on this server. And then everything is tradable. So raid loot is all tradable. I guess that's where they're going to make their money, because like a bunch of people will just buy chrono, and then I think they're saying you're not allowed to box, but everybody boxes because they don't. Wait, that's this guy, no? That is this guy. He's trying to get a port out. That means the camp's going to open up, but I don't know. I won't be here for very long, so it doesn't really matter. Just kind of keeping an eye on my faction. It takes a long time to drop down. It really does. I've done it before. So we got some leeway, but let's check out this other person. Let's get this poll going before I get a spawn. So yeah, a ton of people will buy chrono, and then since Daybreak or Dark Paw or whatever you want to call them. Oh no. I mean, get one off. None? Oh. Wow. That was an entire monopool. Haven't played the Ranger in a while. And whatever skill that uses, I obviously need to level that up. I've leveled everything else up. Like I've maxed everything on the Wizard, or, you know, close enough. I've maxed everything on like my other characters, but this guy's kind of been neglected. So naturally I need to do that. I don't have clarity anymore. That ran out as well. Let me go. I'm going to go ask for some. Why not, right? Well, anyways. So, yeah, so there's a bunch of boxers on all of these TLPs, even though they don't allow it. People just like use VPNs or whatever they got to do. And you see them out in the world. You'll see, I mean, they're all auto-following each other, and you see them around and nobody does anything about it. Like on this server, if you were to do it, you know, Sendra saw one the other month, and they tested them right in front of them, and they failed, and they got kicked off the server. Not sure if they got suspended or banned or what. But, yeah, they disappeared right there, and they didn't log in. So, there's that. But let's regen this a little bit here. So people will box. They'll do their own raids, or like a couple people will all box and they'll do raids, and then they'll just like farm loot and sell it, and then people will just buy a chrono and buy that. So it's a totally different ecosystem and game mode, but it's very successful for the company, and they make a lot of money. It was kind of surprising it took them this long to do a Mischief clone, but I guess they didn't want to. Damn, really? That's so fast. Here's the issue is I can't pull this one out with this one here. So what I have to do is I have to pull off 2 harmonies. I have to harmony her and then harmony her, and then I can pull this one out. But as you saw, I blew my entire mana pool trying to harmony once and failed. So getting 2 harmonies off right here in 1 mana pool, I did do it earlier, but it's not that great. So the plan was to kill one and then only have to harmony once. But the window is so short. This one seems to respawn incredibly fast. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's very lucrative for them, I'm sure, with the chrono and everything. So that's why they're doing it. But anyways, enough about TLPs. Just wanted to touch on that, and by touching on that, I mean I probably spent 10 minutes on it. But let me know. Are you guys gonna go check it out? Are you guys gonna play there? I will not be. One more time I'll mention it. I'm not gonna go check it out. Maybe some of my friends will, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm not interested. I was like tentative with the rule set. I think I mentioned earlier before the rules were announced that there's like a 99% chance that I won't go. But there's like a 1% chance that they did some godly rule set that sounded really cool. And then all of my friends happen to want to play. How could I turn that down, right? But that's not happening. So that's that. Let's see if we can get a harmony off here. Last time it was pretty quick. It's not going to happen. Oh, but here's the issue. Well, yeah, the issue is this one now. So, I mean, I could try to get it off again. But in reality, I need to go level it up. But obviously, I'm not going to do that right here, right now. Oh, we're gonna do it. We got it. All right. We don't really need mana. Earlier, something funny happened. When I first got here, I pulled 2 at once because I didn't realize or remember that this one was gonna pull. Do I not have? And I had to kite them around the island for about, I don't know, it took me like 15 minutes to kill them both because I can't tank them both. Obviously, this one kicks the crap out of me, or that other one kicks the crap out of me. So yeah, that was interesting. I could have made an entire video from 1 kite. That's how long it took. But I had nowhere to go. I had nowhere to go. So I had to just bow kited and dotted, and I was low on mana because I did harmony once, you know, which wasted like 70% of my mana, and then I pulled 2. So I was like, oh my god, what do I do here? But we pulled it off and we didn't die, and it was okay. Big waste of time, obviously, but so what else? In other news, a couple of my real-life friends decided to play on the server. I'm super stoked about that. So one of them made an enchanter, and the other one made a shaman. And so I did play a little bit. I played like an hour or 2 the other day. All right, so this one's kicking the shit out of me now. So let's get her down with some nukes. I need to... Okay, 1 second. Let me just pay attention here. Get her below 20 real quick. Just keep stunning me over and over and over. All right. So I did get on a couple times throughout this week. I went on the Necro and I just kind of farmed those ogres, you know, in Western Karana, and got them some starter like gear. Nothing crazy. And the enchanter's already like level 19 or something, which is cool. So you'll see me play with them sometime. And the shaman's like level 10. Because he had to deal with some of the same stuff I had to deal with, which took him away from the game. But that's done now, so he's back on. He just got back today, I think. So couple of buds to play the game with. Those will probably most definitely be some like Discord sessions, which is funny. It's pretty split. I feel like it's 50-50. I should actually do a poll just to find out. I think that'd be fun. But like it's pretty split 50-50 where, you know, sometimes I'll do a video where I have somebody in Discord, like I would do with the mage, where I'm duoing with the mage. And you know, so me and the mage are talking as we're duoing, and then some people, you know, will comment and be like, you know, tell me that they don't like that. They don't like, I hope you weren't going for that boat. They don't, you know, they don't like the extra voice in there. And then I also sometimes will get the opposite. I'll get people who are like, hey man, like it's really cool when you have someone else in there, because then you can just kind of chat naturally and probably talk more like, you know, shoot stuff about EverQuest more than like right now. I'm just talking about like my personal life, really. But that's only because I haven't made a video in a while and I just kind of wanted to touch base. But I don't know, it's pretty split in the middle, so that's interesting. So one more time, let me know if you're interested in the TLP server, and then if you feel like it, do you hate Discord episodes where like somebody else is in Discord? Not somebody else, because I'm not in Discord, but like somebody is in Discord and we're like chatting while grouped and while leveling. It's just curious information. Maybe I'll do a poll on it, maybe not. But anyways, so yeah, so at the very least, you'll see me leveling with a shaman on one of my characters. I have these alts, right? So I have this guy obviously at level 28. I have the wizard at 22, and then naturally I have the necro. So as they level, and since that's like their main, they'll probably out level my alts. But you know, I could level with the mage with the enchanter for a while. I mean, the wizard, I could level the wizard with the enchanter for a while. And then if he out levels the enchanter, then I could level with him on the ranger for a while. So on and so forth. And then the shaman's a little behind the enchanter, so then the shaman could level with the wizard. I don't know. We'll make do with what we have. But I'm excited because those are my real life friends that I've known my whole life since, you know, since back in school and stuff. And one of them played on the original Alcabor server, the EQ Max server. So, you know, I don't know. That was what TAC P came from, and then this split off of TAC P. So kind of in his ballpark. It was a pop log server using the same client. So he's kind of liking to see like the changes that they've done. Like we have the mouse scroll, right? That wasn't available, and other things weren't available on EQ Mac. Obviously, a lot of the stuff like the number for mana here. Loading, please wait. Says loves the vids, and that's what I'm doing in OOT. So I'll respond to him. But yeah, so he's kind of digging on it. I guess Secrets played on that server, so he's got a little history with Secrets. Secrets was in the actual rival guild that he was in, so it's interesting. But he likes what they're doing here, and he's enjoying his time, so that's cool. I'm glad to have them here. Like I said, they're my real life friends. They live around me, so we can hang out in real life, and we can talk about the game and everything. It just makes it better, right? To have somebody you know on the server. It's nice. Let's see. Let's link him the bow. He's asking what bow I'm using. It's probably the one he has in mind, maybe. He upgraded to Raincaller or something. Alright, we can try taking out another sister here. I mean, I could try... I mean, this one's probably up, right? Because I'm lagging so hard on doing this? No. Alright, we'll just kill her then, I guess. She's freaking tough, though, man. When I had to kite those two that I aggroed, I did get my archery skill up pretty good. Because it was a little bit behind the rest of the skills. But it got caught up pretty dang good during that time. I'm going to have to get a couple ignites to stay ahead here. So my next spell level is 30. And I'm 28, nearing 40% in. Said he had a runed oak bow. Next time I'm in EC. It's very nice of him. I saw them selling an Afridi warbow the other day. It's like 40 damage, 100 delay. They were selling it in the tunnel. All right, let's get a snare off. Should have redotted her. Now it's probably still fine because it takes me forever to kill her. Loading, please wait. All right, we're taking her down. This was a lot easier. She didn't rough me up as hard as the previous one. And I have like less, I don't have my skin on or anything. Some bad RNG or something. Usually she has that two-hander. I haven't seen her with that two-hander a single time. She usually has that halberd or whatever. So that's kind of interesting. Get my skin back on. Heal up a little bit here. So we're gonna call it pretty quick here. Didn't really have a goal, like I said. Just coming on to talk, say what's up to you guys. Haven't been around for a little bit. I haven't been on the Ranger either. Tried to get in a group. If I would have gotten in a group, it would have been a proper session. But I just didn't have any luck finding a group. It's the weekend. I'll mention that. Today is part of the weekend, and the weekends are packed on the server. So the zones were full. But I guess it just wasn't... The groups were full, so there wasn't like a slot for me in any of the groups. But it happens. We still have clarity. We do. We'll ride out the clarity. I'll try to pull this other one with a sword again. Just met up a little bit here. So the two characters that I have going right now, being the Ranger and the Wizard. Like currently, I'm pretty groupy. The Ranger or the Wizard gets so on the Ranger. I'll definitely fear kite some gators in Kazakh Thule, so we will do that. But we'll probably mix in grouping as well. And then on the Wizard, I kind of just want to group on the Wizard. and play with my friends and stuff like that. But there will be times when I'm level 29 on the wizard, we get our AoE snare. And then we should have some AoE spells as well. I have the lower ones, but the newer ones are research, so I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into getting the research. The researched AoE, at least, at least one, I guess. Maybe my newest one. See if I can't find someone who's got that ready. But then we'll do some quad kiting somewhere. If I could find like an open quad kiting spot. Typically they're like taken. Like if you go to the Butcher Block docks over here, take this boat over there, 100% it's taken. That's probably the most contested, and there's probably worse, but that's like the most contested spot I've ever seen on this server. I've never ever gotten off the boat or gotten on the boat and not had somebody quad kiting right there. Early on, the specters were like super camped. But nowadays, every once in a while, you see the specters open. People are moving on. The sisters were pretty camped early on. Nowadays, sometimes you find them open. Did that guy leave? I wonder if he gated out or something. Maybe we should check. I think he left. So, maybe we should kill him. Kill him once or twice. That only require one harmony. But they are really tough. They are so tough, but they can't be any tougher than the ones I'm killing, I guess, right? So let's give it a go. Hopefully we can get a harmony off. Come on, man. This is insane. Oh, come on. That's so stupid. Oh, man. I gotta level that up. So that's just another thing I gotta do. That's the thing about having, like, some alts, too. I don't know how Sendrith does it. He's got a good amount of alts. I only have 2 alts. And, like, I gotta get my skills up. I think it's harder on this ranger than it is on the wizard. Because the wizard, you can just, like, blow through your skills pretty easily and you use most of them. On this guy, you focus on melee a lot, and there's certain skills that you just don't use that often. So I gotta take the time and just find a low rank, low mana cost version of whatever school of magic that is. I'll look it up later. I don't really care to know right now. And just power level it, and just sit there and spend an hour and whatever, power level it. But it's probably abjuration, because my abjuration is level 35 and it recently went up. So I guess that's probably what it is. But holy crap. That's brutal. Maybe I'll even, I don't know. I don't really have any extra skills because I've been blowing them on like my melee skills so that I can survive. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll just get in the cave. I'll get a clarity and I'll just spam it on myself. I have a friend that's an enchanter now. So once he gets up to whatever level it is, 24 or something, when do you get clarity? I forget. But once he gets there, I can bum a clarity off of him and work on it. I do need to get J boots on the wizard. I need to go get those J boots. So that's what I got to do also before I start quadding, is go get those J boots. That'll just help. Obviously, you don't want to be, you just want them for any reason, just so you have a so at all times. We'll just give it another few seconds here, and then I'll try for it. But yeah, good times. That'll be fun. I'll just kill these guys, and then we'll call it. I want to get a good session in on my next day off, but I don't know when that is. I kind of didn't finish that thought when I was talking about work and all that, and what I've been doing this last week. I've been working every single frickin' day. I had one day off, and then on that day off, I was like, man, should I do a live stream, or at the very least, I should play EverQuest, you know? And I just didn't have it in me. Just a lot of stress and everything, like I said, all that stuff going on, and then just working a lot, and I just didn't want to get out of bed. Like in the morning, I was just like, oh, I just didn't want to get out of bed. So I just wasted my day pretty much. I did hang out with my girl, so that was nice because I was working every day, so I really hadn't seen her. So I got that out of the way. No aggro there. Got my faction up, my reputation. So that was good. All right, let's give it another go. This clarity is insane because my mana pool is so low that I just got to full mana that fast. All right. Here we go. I gotta watch out for that douchebag who... Oh no. That's a wrap, boys. Oh, we're in trouble. We got 2. Okay. Well, what a way to finish the video, right? Okay. Let's get one snared, I guess. Oh, that was the wrong button. Okay. Why am I running so slow? I have J-boots on. Alright. We'll just see how this goes. I have clarity this time. 5 minutes of it, so... I don't know. Okay. No, we'll just do what we can. Need to get a flame lick on this one. I don't know if this one already had it. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use our bow. We're not gonna use our bow. Oh, I changed pages somehow. Okay. How do you do pages? There we go. That's not good. Don't aggro her. Oh, you're just gonna buff them? Cool, thanks. So we're gonna do a little bow damage here. Which I miss a lot, so it's not gonna be that great. Alright, so I lied again. This video is actually gonna be probably long, because this is gonna take me a long ass time. But I have more mana this time, and I have clarity. Last time I had like no mana and no clarity. So this actually might not be that bad. So one of these snares is gonna wear off before the other one, and then I'll try to separate them a little bit. There it is. And then, oh. And then once I separate them a little bit, oops. Okay. So this one ran out too. So I'm gonna separate them by having that other one snared and this one not. So we'll bring her out here a little bit. I should be shooting arrows at her this whole time. I'm gonna give her a good old-fashioned nuke, followed by an arrow, followed by some melee. So this is where I can get some melee in while the other one's running towards me. Can't chat. Okay. Shit. When you turn off auto attack, you can't shoot a bow for like 10 full seconds. It is what it is, but it is annoying. Oh, so I didn't snare her. That's fine, actually. I'll snare her this time, though. Okay, so now we can fight some more. This isn't bad at all with mana and clarity. Holy shit. This will be fine. Especially once she starts running right here. Let's try to get her to run before this one gets here. I guess I didn't snare her. Thought I did. Must have resisted. I'll probably just finish her out here. I have plenty of mana. There's probably a better way of doing all that too, maybe, but oh well. That's how we did it. That wasn't ideal. Ideally, we'd fight one at a time. Trying to think if I left anything out. I guess that's it. Really just wanted to kind of, like I said, touch base, say what's up to everybody. Let me know in the comments. Are you going to play the TLPs? I'm just curious. If so, which one? Let me re-snare her. Gonna have to kite her a little bit at least. And also let me know, are you pro somebody in Discord or against it? And I'm completely aware of too many people in Discord. I get that for sure. If there's like 3 or 4 people in Discord, it can get a little crazy sometimes. I fully understand that. I agree with that. But I don't mind being in that, but I mean for like video's sake, yeah. That's a little counterintuitive. I should probably dot her just to fight the regen. Not that it really does much. We do have a ton of mana. So we'll go ahead and blow it, because I don't really plan on killing anymore after this. I don't mind blowing it. There we go. Easy peasy. Now try doing that with like 30% mana or less and no clarity. It was a little hairy, because then I was like stressing out, like, I don't want to nuke too much because I'm not regenerating mana at all because I'm never sitting. And I need to be able to snare both of them. I can't run out of mana, otherwise I'm dead. So it was like, there was like a stress factor there. Yeah, we won't snare, we'll just nuke her. And there it is. So we're due to, I got some homework, maybe turn in a little muffins, turn in some muffins, maybe preemptively turn in extra muffins just to, you know, get a little extra so I can kill these sometimes and not piss them off. We're still indifferent naturally. It takes, I'm telling you, it takes a while. You got to kill a lot, especially as an elf, because you start up higher than most. We're gonna grab this boat too. Oh yeah, let's get out of here. And I got to get that skill up, so I gotta figure out if that is abjuration or whatever it was, and then just spend some time while I'm like AFKing around the house and get that up. Anyways, yeah, kind of a pointless video. Just wanted to talk to you guys. But that'll be it. I will see you in the next video.